Hi, everyone, and welcome to day one of Crypto Simplified Learning Live series. I am Mehek, your host for next 5 days, and we are going to understand crypto from very basic with ZBit Live. Over the next 5 days, we are going to understand cryptocurrency from absolute basic, step by step, and in a very simple and beginner-friendly way. You must have heard of the terms like Bitcoin, crypto trading, or digital currency and felt confused. I did too, in the very beginning. I went blank when anybody talked about it in front of me. Then you are in the right place because today we are starting from zero knowledge. We are going to learn together. We are going to talk about it together. So, in case you have any sort of questions, feel free to put it in the inbox. You must be able to see the inbox on the top right corner where you can add in all your questions and queries throughout the live session. We are going to have a Q&A session in the end where we'll answer all your queries and we'll try to understand where we have, different, doubts coming in from, confusions coming in from to make sure that you understand it on a very clear front. Before we begin, a very small and important note that I would like you all to understand. The session is only for educational purpose, and cryptocurrency markets involve a lot of risk on a daily basis and sometimes on an hourly basis too. So the goal here is learning and understanding, not giving financial advice to anyone. Let me just quickly log into the application. Perfect. So we have the application also available with us. In case you guys are not aware, we have our application as well as the browser version. You can install the application in your iOS or your Android phones and use it in a very simplified manner. We'll talk about that on the later stage, but let's just go on with the flow and talk about the basics of cryptocurrency. Today's session is all about building foundation. By the end of today, By the end of today, you should understand that cryptocurrency is, what is it, why it exists, and how people begin exploring crypto platforms. So let's begin with a very, very simple question. What exactly is money? So, in case any of you knows what exactly is money all about, you can drop an answer in the comment section. Let's make this live session a little more engaging so that you guys are also able to understand what I'm trying to explain, and we are also able to understand what front you are coming from and how much we need to provide the knowledge from our end to you to make you understand this concept properly. Okay, we have a lot of users with us. So, what is money? Okay, I'll continue with it. In case you find an answer in between, you may drop that in the comment section. To understand cryptocurrency properly, we first need to understand how money itself was evolved over the time, over decades, over many, many years, and thousands of years. Thousands of years ago, someone said coin. Okay, coin is part of the money, but what exactly is money? Thousands of years ago, people did not use money. They used something called barter system. I hope many of you must have heard about barter system. Some of us must have learned about it in our school days. Some of us must have also, tried and practiced it in our homes. So that means people exchanged goods directly. There was nothing called money involved. So if I had one good and you had another, so we would exchange it in case we would need each other's goods for the use. For example, if I had rice and you had potatoes, so we would exchange, I would exchange some of my rice with you, and you would exchange some of the potatoes with me as a barter system. If someone had wheat and needed milk, they would trade wheat for milk. So, similarly, I would trade my rice for some potatoes, and you will trade your potatoes for some rice. Okay. So, this was all about basically a barter system where no third input or third item was required to make sure that you get one of your required item. Third item could have been a unique item which could be used by everybody, which today is called money. Later, societies realized the system was difficult because value was hard to measure. For example, what if I do not need potatoes? I would not exchange my rice with you, right? But you would need rice because you cannot have potatoes all alone. So that would have, that must, that might have become very, very difficult for you and for your survival. So coins were introduced as our user whose username ends with 506 mentioned coins, right? So, coins were introduced in the market, in the society. Then, paper money came into existence. Earlier, there used to be only coins, silver coins, gold coins, bronze coins. So, everybody had a different value. It was in a different hierarchy level. Then, paper money came into existence. Governments started issuing currency that people trusted. As soon as the system was, established in a greater front on a broader level, then governments took in charge of making sure that the money which was being issued in a fairly manner with everybody. There was no discrimination or differentiation in terms of money, on who will have which money or who can use which set of coins or which set of currencies or which set of notes. There was no discrimination on that basis. So that in that particular manner, money became one unique value which could have been used by everybody in a trusted manner. Okay. The value of money, the value of one coin remains equal to each and everybody in the society, every individual, be it a king or be it a shoemaker. Okay. I hope that that was somehow easy and somehow relatable for you all to grasp. If you were able to understand it a little bit, you can just drop in any of the comments or any of your favorite emojis in the comment section so that I would also know that I am doing a good job here. Okay. So, yes, that was money all about. Now, today, most of us rarely use physical cash, right? We use cash in a lot of digital formats. For example, we use digital payments, right? Now, when things have evolved with time, the use of offline money is decreasing. Just give me 1 second. Hmm, sorry. Okay. Now, with time, we have decreased the use of offline money, right? Now we are moving towards the easier formats, which is quite easy, quite safe, and we do not have to worry about carrying a lot of cash with us, carrying a lot of coins or maybe currencies or offline notes with us. So we are moving towards digital payments like UPI, online banking, or a lot of mobile wallets like Paytm and Razorpay, RuPay. A lot of other platforms are also evolving from time to time, right? How many of you use UPI on a regular basis? We use Google Pay, we use Paytm, we use Phone Pay, and a lot of other applications based on different countries, right? In India, there are a lot of applications which is majorly used applications are RuPay, uh, Phone Pay, Google Pay, Paytm. This is what we use on a regular basis. So the world is moving towards digital payment slowly and steadily. Now, in today's time, if we talk about today, the use of digital payment and digital method has, vividly grown. When you send money through your phone, no physical cash movement is there. It's just one from one bank transfer to another, right? Only digital numbers are exchanged there. No other. I guess there is some issue in my live session on the application. Yeah, we are back. Perfect. Yes. So no physical movement of the cash is involved, which used to involve a lot of higher risk, right? Now the risk is minimal. You only have to, just check your phone, take your phone, tap the numbers, enter the passcode, and done. We're done with the exchange of cash flows, right? The cash has been transferred from the account of person A to person B's account. Only digital numbers are being exchanged there, right? So, cryptocurrency is simply the next step in this evolution of digital money. Since cryptocurrency is not that very much easy, right? And people tend to find it difficult understanding because they do not understand the basic of it, right? Earlier, it was very difficult for people to use UPI, Paytm, and digital platforms as well. But today, when you look at us, look at anybody, even a small kid is also able to use the digital payment platforms. So Cryptocurrency is also as easy to use as the UPI platforms, but it does take some understanding, some basic understanding on how to use it, on what is the use, on what steps do we need to follow, and on what level we can use it, right? Just like communication moved from letters to emails, and uh, people earlier used to write letters. Now we write emails, and then we have slowly and steadily we are moving towards the messaging format, right? Simply and similarly, money is slowly moving towards digital form as well with time. And this is rapidly growing today. So it is very, very important for each one of us to stay ahead of time and learn about things which are going to be the future of today's world. Now, let's understand what makes cryptocurrency different from normal digital money. Okay. But till now, I hope you all were able to grasp what we have talked about, and what is the basic of money, how money came into existence, how people uh, have started moving towards a digital platform, how we should be able to focus more towards cryptocurrency, and why we should be able to focus more towards cryptocurrency. In case any of you have any sort of doubt regarding what uh, cryptocurrency is or what money is, so you can just drop in a question in the comment section. Let's understand. Let's understand what is actually required. Okay, perfect. Okay. Hmm. Now let's move on to what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency is a type of digital currency that exists completely online. It does not have any physical notes or maybe coins, and it is not controlled by one single bank or any of the government authorities. Okay, so I'll repeat that again. Cryptocurrency is a type of digital currency that exists completely online. Okay. It is not available offline in any forms like coins or notes or maybe any of the other official offline formats that are available in the market. So it is completely digital. And it is not at all controlled by any specific bank or any of the authorities. Okay. To explain it in a more simplified manner, mm, how do we do it? Okay. Traditional money is issued by government and managed by bank. The money that we use offline, the money and the notes and the coins that we use today offline are issued by governments and banks. There is a set limit on how many notes or how many coins can be produced on a regular basis for any specific country. Okay, that is completely managed by the governments and managed by the bank. In India, it is managed by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Now, cryptocurrency works quite differently from that set. Okay, it operates using technology and a global network of computers. Okay, now to understand this more vividly, imagine a shared online platform where thousands of computers, verify transactions together instead of one central authority controlling everything. For example, we are at a specific place where the transaction moves from one computer to another, to another, to another, to another, and to another. And there are n number of computers, which is like more than thousand numbers of computers, which are verifying that one particular transaction one by one by one by and one by. Okay, so it is being verified on different levels and not just only one single level. Okay, so now let's try to understand it with an example. Okay, if you send a message through WhatsApp, okay, we use WhatsApp, use any of the messaging application that you might be using. If you send a message, we are taking the example of WhatsApp. If you send a message through WhatsApp, it travels instantly across the internet, right? It is going to be sent using the internet. You cannot send or use WhatsApp without the excess of internet with you, right? Similarly, cryptocurrency transactions happen you know, directly digitally across a global network. You cannot trade into cryptocurrency without the access to internet or without the access to network, right? Similar to the UPIs that you use on a regular basis, when when you want to do a UPI transaction, you need an internet for that, right? Similarly, for cryptocurrency transactions also, you need access to the internet so that the crypto transaction that happen digitally, it goes across the global network. Okay. Oh, someone said Afjal. Is that your name? Hi, Afjal. Welcome to the live session. Okay. Um, Coming down to the next part. So, in much more simpler words, cryptocurrency is internet-based money powered by technology instead of central institution. Okay. So, it is a It is a series of blockchains. If you have ever heard of blockchains, we'll talk about it in the next segment. So it is basically and completely internet-based money. There is no offline movement involved. It is exchange of numbers. It is exchange of your digital currency with the blockchains, okay, with the that particular currency which is available online and which is vividly and openly available for the use of each and every individual globally. Okay. Um, right. In case if you have just joined in, today we are trying to understand crypto from an absolute beginner level. No prior knowledge required. So, in case you have missed the above conversation, I would like to give you a quick go through on what we have discussed. We have discussed what money is, right? On how money has evolved over time, from barter system to offline notes and currencies, and now to the digital era of money. We have understood the basic foundation of money, and now we are moving towards understanding the basic foundation of cryptocurrency as well, and why it exists and how we can explore different platforms. um Right. Let's move on to the next thing. Right before that, we came down also to what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency is a type of digital currency that exists completely online. It does not have any sort of offline value or offline availability or physical availability, and it is not at all controlled by any single bank or authority. This is the basic definition, the basic understanding of what cryptocurrency actually is. Okay. In case any one of you have any questions in between, anything about cryptocurrency, anything about coins, anything that we have just talked about in last half an hour of this session, you may drop in your question. In the comment section below. We'll be taking all the questions in the Q&A session. And definitely, if you have any sort of knowledge on the topics I'm talking about, please feel free to share it with our available live audience. Okay. Perfect. Um, Thank you. I hope my good looks are also able to give you some good knowledge about what cryptocurrency and what the basic of cryptocurrency is, right? Okay. So I used a term called blockchain in my previous explanation, right? So let's talk what blockchain is. I'll try to simplify it in the best way possible for you all. In case any one of you knows what blockchain is, please feel free to drop in a comment in the comment section. Let us know. Let's see if you have any sort of knowledge about blockchain, and if you know about cryptocurrency since you're on the platform, if you know about it, and if you can help our other viewers to understand blockchain in a more simplified manner. Let's do it. Um, Behind cryptocurrency is a technology called blockchain. So blockchain is not, not a type of currency or not any sort of digital currency or any of the platforms. It is a technology, right? It is a technology which is used for cryptocurrency. So, blockchain is a technology behind cryptocurrency. Okay. The name sounds technical in itself, but the idea is very, very simple. Okay. You might think that it is a very difficult concept, or maybe it is very difficult to understand. Maybe what is it when if it is a technology, only technical people can understand it. No, that is not the scenario here. We can very, very easily understand blockchain. It just takes, just a simple explanation. I'll try my best to make you understand. In case you do not understand it, just let me know in the comment section. I'll repeat it again. I'll try to make you understand it again. Okay. Imagine a digital notebook, okay, that records every transaction you do. Okay. A digital notebook which records every transaction you do. Now imagine that this notebook is copied and shared across thousands of computers around the world. For example, there are a lot of people in a room, okay? And you have one digital notebook which is recording all the transactions that are being, done in that particular room, okay? And your digital notebook's copy, the copy of that notebook, is now being copied by all rest of the people in the room. Okay. Now let's just um, replace people with computers. Okay. Replace people with computers. Now, just give me 1 second. Every time a transaction happens, a new entry is added to this notebook. Okay. Um, Because many computers hold the same record, it becomes very difficult to change or manipulate the past entries. Okay, let's just see if we have any sort of comments. Hmm. Okay, perfect. We have a lot of users watching us live. I guess this set of knowledge is very much new for everybody since we have very less people dropping their comments in the comment section. But that's completely okay. I understand. When I was also in my beginner stage, I also used to simply take the notes in a silenced way and, talk in the end when I have understood the concept very, very simply in a very, very simplified manner. So that is perfectly fine. That is a very, very good way to learn and understand things. So, yes, but I just hope you keep on continuing learning and stay tuned with us here. Okay. Now, coming back to what blockchain is, right? Now, we have imagined that a digital notebook is recording every transaction. And now we have imagined that this notebook is copied and shared across thousands of people in the same room. Now, we are going to replace those peoples with computers. Okay. So now we'll understand it like this, that a digital copy was recording everything, and now it has been copied by a lot of computers in the room and it is being shared across. Okay. Now, that particular room is the world. Okay. And those all the computers are computers from across the world, from different set of countries, different places, different location, or anywhere. Okay. So we have made a complete set of world wherein different computers are there, and one specific transaction is being exchanged with all the computers in the entire world. Okay. Every time a transaction happens, a new entry is added to the notebook, right? Every time a new transaction will happen, a new entry will be added to the original notebook. Okay. Because many computers hold the same record, it becomes very difficult to exchange or manipulate past entries. Okay. Now that we have seen all the computers recording the same thing, it will become very, very difficult, right, to exchange or manipulate the past entries. Now, if one person would have had the access to all that transaction, the original one, it would have been very easy for that one particular computer to make the changes in the transaction, right? But now that the transaction is being transferred, the details of the transaction is being transferred to every computer in the room, it is very difficult for anyone to make changes in that particular transaction, right? It cannot be manipulated in any format, in any way. Even if it is manipulated in one single computer, it cannot be manipulated in rest of the computers, which is available across other parts or corners of the world, right? Think of it like a Google document shared with thousands of viewers where every update is recorded permanently, right? So, whenever we have one single thing, if you're making thousands of copies of it, one single copy which holds the original data, original record will always be there, right? Perfect. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, perfect. Now, blockchain is basically a secure digital record system that keeps track of transactions transparently. Okay, so when that one particular transaction is being recorded, it is being recorded in multiple computers in a secure manner in a digital format, and the transparency remains complete. Okay, across everybody having access to that particular document across the world. So, blockchain is basically a secure digital record system that keeps track of transactions transparently. Okay. I hope I'm able to make you understand what blockchain basically is. So it is a secure digital record system that keeps transactions of, keeps track of every transaction very, very transparently across everybody who have access to the same data. Okay. Perfect. I hope you guys were able to understand what blockchain actually is. Maybe a thumbs up would help in case you were able to grasp the knowledge around it. So, to understand blockchain, you do not have to basically understand technical coding, or you have to be a technical person or someone from the technical background. Okay, just remember that blockchain helps keep crypto transactions secure and transparent. Okay, blockchain helps you make sure that the transaction that is happening is not at all manipulated on any level. Okay, it keeps your data secure, it keeps your data transparent. Okay. So, in case any one of you have any sort of question, any doubt, please feel free to drop in your questions, to drop in all your confusions, all your questions, and if you have any additional knowledge, in fact, on any of these topics, please feel free to drop in. Let's just wait for 2 minutes to see if any of you have any doubt, any question, or any confusion, or maybe any additional knowledge. No, we have someone new joined in. Hi, hello, hello. Let's just get a little bit more into the blockchain. Okay. So it has two words combined with it, block and chain. These are two different words which are combined together, which makes it blockchain, right? So let's just understand why. Okay. Transactions are grouped in a block, okay, in a block format. Each block connects to a previous one. So every one transaction is equal to one block. Okay. If I'm going to do 100 transactions, there are going to be 100 blocks. Okay. So each block is connected to one another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 100. So each one is connected to one to the previous one. Okay. 2 is connected to transaction 1. 3 is connected to transaction 2. 4 is connected to transaction 3. And in this way, they make a complete new chain. Okay, making a complete new chain. So that is why it is known as blockchain. Okay. Once added to the chain, if any of the transaction is added to the sequence of the rest of the transactions, so when block one is connected to block two, right? When block three will get connected to block two, then it cannot be edited. Okay, it is a permanent transaction. It is an untouchable and uneditable transaction that has been added in the sequence. Okay, so that is the reason it is known as blockchain. Okay, uh, let's take another example to understand blockchain, like a real life example. Okay, imagine five friends ordering pizza and they split the payment. Okay, instead of one person tracking the expenses, a shared Google Sheet records payments. Okay. A shared Google Sheet is recording all the payments that is happening. Everyone can see the updates in that. Okay. Because it is accessible to everybody. Okay. Nobody can secretly edit the old entries. So whosoever is making the transactions, it is being recorded in the Google Sheet, and everybody is able to see all the updates, but nobody can edit any of the old entries. Okay. That shared sheet, which is like ultra secure because it is not editable, is known as blockchain. Okay. So blockchain is very, very, very powerful in today's market. Why? Because it is very secure, right? You cannot manipulate your data. People cannot change the record of the transaction on what transaction has actually happened, right? It is very transparent everybody can verify it, right? There is no middleman needed. There's no middleman. Literally nobody, no middle transaction partner or anybody is required there, right? It is very, very hard to hack because it does contains of a lot of technical coding, right? Understanding blockchain does not require you to have technical, knowledge about coding, but to write down and make blockchains, you do need technical coding knowledge, right? We cannot make blockchains ourselves. It is a system that already exists in the market, right? Zbit is the platform where you can have the complete transparency of what is happening, right, with your transactions and everything. But you cannot, do coding, right? You can definitely do your transactions. You can do the trading, but you cannot do the coding, right? So to understand blockchain, you do not have to have the knowledge of coding, right? So it is very, very hard to crack, right? And last but not the least, it holds the permanent records of each and every transaction that is happening, right? So yes, that is one of the major reason why blockchain is such a powerful use, right? It is like a public digital diary where every page is logged forever once written, and everyone around have the same copy. Okay, so just understand blockchain as it is like a permanently logged diary. Once written, you cannot edit it, you cannot make changes, that particular transaction, good, bad, correct, incorrect, it is just there, recorded, and it cannot be edited, right? And everyone has the same copy of that particular transaction, right? Perfect. So let's just move to the next section. Welcome to all the new users who have just joined us. We are talking about cryptocurrency as a beginner, no previous knowledge required. So, in case you are new to the world of cryptocurrency and you feel confused whenever someone talks about trading, you are at the very right place. In case you have any sort of questions around what cryptocurrency is, what blockchain is, what money is, you can just drop in a question in the comment section below and we'll take that up because we are talking about cryptocurrency and understanding of trading world from the very, very beginner. We are going to learn it today together and make sure that we go out of this session with all the knowledge in the world so that we do not go blank the next time someone talks about cryptocurrency right in front of us. Perfect. Okay. Interesting. Were you guys able to learn about cryptocurrency, what is money, and what blockchain is? Is it? Can I see some of you dropping your maybe understanding what you have understood from the session in the comment section below? That would be really, really helpful. Or maybe if you have any sort of additional knowledge on what all these terms are and how helpful these terms are in the world of trading, you can just drop in a comment in the comment section. Also, I have a very interesting question from each one of you. How long have you been in the world of trading? I mean, for me, it's very new. Not that new, but a little new that I've stepped into the world of trading. What about you guys? How long have you guys been into the world of trading? How long have you guys been on the Zbit platform, or maybe in the entirely trading concept? How long has it been that you have entered this world and you are doing very well? Oh, someone said 3 months. Wow, amazing, amazing. That's an amazing timeline. I'm very, very close to what your timeline is in the world of trading. Great. What have you learned in these 3 months? Is there anything? if even one thing that is there that you would share with someone who is new, who is, beginning, or someone who's this is a day one of into the world of trading, what would you tell them? What would you say to them? Bitcoin falling. Yes, we are going to talk about it, but maybe not today, but yes, definitely. So you are going to give people the idea or maybe the tip that Bitcoin is falling? Is that the tip that you are going to give to the beginner people, to the new users? What about rest of you? How you guys have been, how long you guys have been on the platform? How long have you guys been into the world of trading? Okay, we have a lot of silent audience today. I guess, is it that people are very shy? Are people shy here? Or they're just too busy watching the graphs of all the coins or all the currencies that are there? No worries. Let's just move ahead. Okay. Um, Sometimes there's just one thing that I would like to add on. Sometimes, it sounds difficult to understand what cryptocurrency is. This is also difficult. How come someone is, doing well in this world? How do they have this so much of knowledge? How do they put up their time, and how do they manage different sections, different knowledge about of the market, of different companies, of different currencies and whatnot, right? Because there are a lot of factors which actually affects the platform and the cryptocurrency market in the world, right? So having basic knowledge of all the factors are very important, and there are so much more to it, right? Imagine someone hearing about cryptocurrency, okay, for the very first time, like I did for the very first time few months back. At first, they feel insecure because the topic sounds very, very technical. I did too, from my personal experience. I also felt very, very insecure in a room where people were talking about cryptocurrency, trading, and whatnot. I thought it was something very, very technical and it required you to have some technical background to understand it. Then, when I began to watch, proper beginner sessions like this, slowly the understanding of concepts, became very, very easier. It came easy to me, okay, one by one, not on the day one itself, not even on the day two, or day three. It took me a week or so to understand it. But yes, with the right person teaching you the right thing and you grasping the knowledge with the right attention, you can actually have a very good knowledge about what cryptocurrency actually is, and that it is not at all something that is fully technical, right? So yes, you have to check about it and make sure that you come back tomorrow as well, because tomorrow we are going to do the transactions, in person directly on the platform to see how it works and how we can learn more. So you guys can also do the transactions along with me tomorrow. But to do the transactions tomorrow, we have to learn about the basics today so that we are also clear about how things work, how the basic level works, and how we can, understand the platforms and the keywords that are there on the platform that are very, very important for its use. Okay. So now let's start and move to the next segment. In case you have any sort of doubt or any sort of question, just feel free to drop in your queries and confusions in the comment section. Okay. The first and most well-known cryptocurrency is Bitcoin, right? As our user said, Bitcoin falling is something that he would like to advise to you all in his 3 months of tenure into the world of trading. So, Bitcoin was the first and most well-known cryptocurrency. Bitcoin has been you know, in the in the game, in the field of trading, from a very long time. Bitcoin was introduced in 2009, basically, by a person or maybe a group named Santoshi Nakamoto. Okay. So Santoshi Nakamoto was a group, was basically a company, was a person who was using that particular company, introduced Bitcoin in 2009. Okay. In case we all have heard about Bitcoin, and so much about Bitcoin, but people do not know how it was actually, originated. Okay, so it was originated and it was introduced in 2009 by a person or a group using the name called Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, the idea behind Bitcoin was to create a form of digital money that people could use to send directly to each other without needing a bank in between. Okay. So, similarly, the same basic idea of cryptocurrency is, it was also the same idea behind making of Bitcoin, that there should be a form of digital currency which people could use to send from one to another, right? Without the need of a bank in between, right? So, for example, if I live in country A and you live in country B, okay, so to make any sort of transaction, I will need a bank in between who will make the transaction from my end to you, right? If I want to send you 1000 rupees, I will deposit that in my bank. Now, my bank will send it to your bank and your bank will give it to you. But those two banks are going to add their minimal charges in between. Sometimes the charges are not just minimal, so they are going to add their charges in between to make the transaction happen. So either I will have to pay the additional charge of that particular transaction, or it will be deducted from that 1000 rupees which I'll be transacting. Okay. So in conclusion, the other user who is sitting in the country B will not receive the complete 1000 rupees. Okay. There will be a deduction of the charges for that particular transfer if I do it through bank. But if I have a Bitcoin, okay, and I use a digital platform called Zbit. So if I have a Bitcoin on Zbit and I want to send some Bitcoin to my friend sitting in country B, I can directly send that Bitcoin to that particular friend of mine on the Zbit platform, and there will be no minimal charges involved. Okay, which the bank was adding for transaction of any amount being transferred from one country to another. Okay, so the idea behind creating Bitcoin was also to have a form of digital money in which people could send directly to each other without needing a bank in between. Okay, just like, email, it allowed people to communicate directly without the portal services. Earlier, there used to be letters, right? We had to go to the post office, post the letter. The letter will be sent via train, plane, or any other transport medium, and then another person will deliver it to the uh, receiver's home, and then the receiver will receive the letter. This was the particular flow, right? In which someone used to receive the letters earlier. But today we have email. We just type in the inbox email ID of a particular person, they just receive it, right? But to send them email, we need a platform, right? Similarly, for Bitcoin also, we need a platform. And the best platform that you can use today is Zbit. of course, right? Because it is very, very user friendly. We are going to talk about the platform as well. It is very, very user friendly platform. Okay. Now, just like email allowed people to communicate, now directly without the requirement of the postal services in between. Bitcoin allowed value to be transferred directly online, as I explained earlier. So in Bitcoin, you can directly transfer, the value to the other person, to your friend sitting in another country or any corner of the world directly online. Okay, it does not require the involvement of any of the bank. It's just that your friend or whosoever is the receiver should have an account in uh, same platform. So if you are using Zbit, so they should also have an account on Zbit platform to receive that particular Bitcoin currency. Okay, Bitcoin or any currency for that matter. So, a quick recap: the first and the most well-known cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. It was introduced in 2009 by a person or a group using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. The basic idea behind making of Bitcoin was to uh, help people send, uh, where people could send directly digital money to each other without the need of bank in between and without paying the additional transaction charges to the banks. Okay. Now, um, Bitcoin also has a limited supply. Okay. Now, Bitcoin is there. It does not mean that it is unlimitedly available in the market. Okay. Because something that is unlimitedly available in the market does not have its uh, extreme value. Okay. So only a fixed number of bitcoins will exist. Okay. Which is why many people compare it to digital gold. So Bitcoin is not available in unlimited number that anybody can have it in any number that they want. No, it does not function like that. So Bitcoin has a very limited number, right? It has a fixed number and it will exist in a fixed number till the very end. And which is why many people compare it to digital gold. Bitcoin today has a value which is equal to digital gold. Okay. It is said like that. It is compared to digital gold. Yes, you must have seen the value of gold today, right? It is jumping onto, what higher rates at a very, very rapidly growing number. So, Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency which is compared to digital gold. Okay. Because supply is limited, the demand changes. You all must have heard about the demand and supply, right? When the supply is unlimited, the demand goes down. Okay. When the supply is limited, the demand goes up. Okay. Because more people want it, but the supply is very limited, right? So when a lot of people want it, the supply is limited, the value of the product rises. Okay. So let's just understand it again. When we have a product, okay, the supply of product is very high, the demand goes down. When the demand goes down, there are a lot of products of the products which are still there, just there in the market, but people are not buying it. It is just there. Now to make people buy it, the price will go down. Okay, the price will go down. Okay. So, and the opposite of this is when we have one product and its supply is low. Okay, we have a low supply, the price goes up because a lot of people want it, but the quantity is very limited. So the price will go up. It will go up, and a lot of people who were wanting it will also become limited since not everybody in that set will be able to afford it. Okay. So because the supply of Bitcoin is limited and it has changed the demand completely now. The price of Bitcoin moves up and down based on market activity. So whenever there is a high demand of Bitcoin, when there are a lot of set of people who can afford it, the price goes high because the supply is limited and the buyers are more. Okay. अब कोई if in case we have 10 things available, a shopkeeper has 10 things available, right? And he has 100 buyers to buy those 10 things only. If one buyer says, I will pay 10 rupees, right? And if the other buyer says, ki, I will pay 100 rupees for one product, obviously the shopkeeper is going to sell it to the person paying 100 rupees, right? Because the profit is higher, right? So similar way, when the supply is higher, the supply is limited and the demand is higher, the price fluctuates and it changes. So the price of Bitcoin depends on the market activity, not only of the Bitcoin, but of all the currencies that are available. It depends on the market's activity, right? So do we have any of the users who have invested in Bitcoin very recently or maybe in the past? How was your experience? We have a lot of users who have just joined in. So, hi guys, today we are talking about cryptocurrency and we are trying to understand it from the beginner level. No prior knowledge required. So, we are trying to understand each and everything so that we can enjoy using the ZBit platform in the most fruitful manner possible. Okay. We have talked about coins, money, barter system, evolution of currency over time, use of digital platform, and cryptocurrency, what blockchain actually is. And now we are talking about our first, and most famous cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin. So yes, in case any of you have any sort of knowledge about any of these platforms, feel free to drop in your comments. Also, do drop in your overall tenure on how long you have been into the world of trading platform in the comment section, so that we can also see and have people from different set of backgrounds, different set of experiences of the platform, or maybe of overall. Trading experience. It will really, really help each one of us to ensure that we are on the very right track and we are sharing how much whatsoever knowledge that we have today with us. So, yes, those who have joined in just now, welcome. I am Mehek, your host for next 5 days, and we are going to learn how to do trading from basic to pro level. So, yes, make sure that you do join in daily. Okay. Let's just move ahead. Yes, so we have talked about Bitcoin, right? So now I hope that you all know that Bitcoin was created in 2009 by someone called Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay. After Bitcoin, many other cryptocurrencies were created for a lot of different, purposes. So every other currency that is created in the market have a lot of different purpose, different targets. But at the end of the day, one common and universal goal that each cryptocurrency holds is so that people are able to send digital cash or digital currency from one person to another. People are able to exchange digital currency from one person to another in a very simplified and easy manner. Okay. Perfect. Anyone who has any sort of questions and who would like to ask anything or they have any doubt in between, please feel free to drop in your queries or your questions in the chat box below. That would be amazing. We can have a very engaging session. Perfect. How many of you are watching this live along with your work? I am doing the live solely, and I'm very much concentrated on the live only. How many of you are, doing multitasking right now? Let's see if we have anyone doing multitasking or we are learning, the details and the basic completely into this live session. Let's see. Okay, I guess let's just move on to our next concept, types of different cryptocurrency. Okay. So we have talked about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one type of cryptocurrency, while we have a lot of other type of cryptocurrencies available in the market as well. Okay. Not all cryptocurrencies are the same. Different cryptocurrencies serve different roles. Okay. We have, three different types of cryptocurrencies that we are going to talk about today: payment coins, platform coins, and third is utility tokens. Okay. So let's just talk about the very first one, which is payment coins. So some cryptocurrencies are mainly used for transferring value, okay, similar to digital cash. So for example, if I'm transferring, 1,000 rupees from my bank to your bank account. So it is similar to that digital cash, basically, okay. Payment coins are cryptocurrencies that are mainly designed to transfer value from one person to another, right? Similar to how we use money today. As I explained, we are transferring money from one bank account to another. The primary major function is to simply send and receive the money digitally, okay, without the needing of any traditional bank or financial institution in the middle. Because obviously, this is digital coins, digital platform, digital cryptocurrencies. The concept of cryptocurrency is the elimination of any sort of third party bank or any institution in between. So, yes, the major motive of payment coin is sending and receiving payments digitally, okay, without the need of any of the bank. Uh, you can also think of payment coins as the digital version of cash, right? Just like physical money allows you to pay someone directly, payment coins allows you to send money across the world and the internet quickly and globally. It does not have any sort of limitation that you can do the transaction within one set of country only, but you can also do the transaction globally. Okay. The difference in is that instead of banks verifying transactions, a centralized network of computer verifies and records them using the blockchain technology. Okay. Blockchain technology is always going to be involved whenever cryptocurrency is involved because cryptocurrency functions on the blockchain technology only. Okay. One important feature of payment coins is that they are usually focused on speed, accessibility, and security, right? You are transferring cash digitally. So you want it to be, it to be a speed up process. You want the complete accessibility to it, right? You want the security, right? You don't want that your cash is, being transferred to some random account, right? You don't want that. You want your security to be in the position. If you're transferring it to your friend A, then it should get transferred to your friend A, and the details should remain closed between you and your friend, right? Not to the third parties. So, yes. The payment coins, this form of digital cash cryptocurrencies provide you with that security. People in different countries can transfer funds without, worrying about bank timings, currency conversations, or delays, or maybe geographical restrictions, right? Transactions can happen anytime because blockchain operates 24 hours a day. So you can do a transaction at midnight, you can do transaction in the broad daylight. It does not matter what time zone you and the person who is on the receiver's end is at. Okay, the time zone of you both will not matter at all. So it is completely fine for you both to use the Zbit platform to make the transaction, right, at any time zone. Okay, time zone is not a hindrance when it comes to payment. A well-known example of payment coin is Bitcoin, obviously. It was originally created, as we have discussed few minutes back only, as a peer-to-peer digital payment system that it was created with the motive that people can digitally transfer their, money from one person to another, right? Over the time, many other payment-focused cryptocurrencies have been developed to improve transaction speed and reduce the fees as well. There are fees involved, right? Very, very minimal as compared to what the banks charge you for every transaction. For for beginners like us, for you and me, right? The easiest way to understand payment coin is that their main goal is movement of values, okay, not running application or providing services. They function primarily as a medium of exchange, okay, meaning they help people send money digitally in a decentralized environment, okay. So whenever you hear the term payment coin, just remember it is a cryptocurrency designed to act as digital money used for transaction. So it is it is very easy to understand. And if someone asks you about an example, Bitcoin is the perfect example you can give to someone when it comes to payment coins. So this was the first type of cryptocurrencies that we have in market. Okay. The second type is your platform coin. Okay. So platform coins are these are the type which support application and digital projects built on blockchain network. Okay. So let's understand it a lot more theoretically, little bit. Platform coins are cryptocurrencies that are power that the entire power blockchain ecosystem. Okay. It basically powers the blockchain ecosystem where applications, digital projects can be held and operated, right? Uh, Instead of just focusing only on the payment, which the other coin that we have talked about, payments coin, uh, was focusing on, these cryptocurrencies act as a foundation and operating system of a digital environment. Okay. Um, to understand it more thoroughly, for example, your phone runs on Android or iOS, right? Either we have Apple phones are basically iOS phones, or maybe we have an Android phone, right? And developers build apps like Instagram, YouTube's on those system, for those system, as per the coding and running capability of both the system, right? Similarly, platform coins support blockchain networks, right? Where developers create decentralized applications called dApps. Okay. These networks allow creators to build services such as financial tools, digital games, marketplaces, or smart contract, which are automated agreements executed by code instead of intermediaries. So this is a little bit, related to the technology side, you know. So one of the well-known this cryptocurrencies is Ethereum, okay, which was very much in name after your Bitcoin. Ethereum, it was introduced with the idea that blockchain technology could do more than just transfer money, right? It can help you make a lot of financial applications, financial platforms, markets, and whatnot, right? It was not just to record the transactions, okay? It could also host programmable applications. Because of this, many projects and innovation in the crypto space are built on platforms which includes blockchains. Okay. For beginners like you and me, the key idea is that platform coins are not just digital money. Okay. They are technology enablers. They help run networks that allow innovation and digital services to exist without centralized control. So, whenever you invest in such coins, you do not just invest into them for transferring your digital cash from one person to another. No, you do not do that. You do that so that you can be part of the technological growth that is happening. Okay. In simple term, if payment coins are digital cash, then platform coins are like the digital infrastructure that allows an entire ecosystem of applications to function. Okay, so this type of coin is not being used by anyone to transfer money digitally, basically. Okay. The third one that we have, and the last one that we have is utility tokens. Okay. I don't know if you guys are aware of, you have ever heard of, but utility is a very common word that we all might be aware of, and the word itself, gives us a little idea. So some of the crypto provide access to services within the specific ecosystem. Okay, so there are a lot of different types of services that are there in the infrastructure and ecosystem that we talked about of the crypto world. Okay, let's understand it a little bit more. So utility tokens were created to provide access to specific services or features within a particular digital platform or ecosystem. Unlike the payment coins, which focus on transferring value, or maybe platform coins, which supports the entire network, these utility tokens are designed for practice use inside a project. Okay. So, the rest of the two that we have talked about, the platform and payment coins, they have a very bigger role, right? But when it comes to utility tokens, they have small but important roles, right? So when you build an infrastructure, a lot of projects goes on inside it, right? We have transferred the money with payment coins. Now we have built the infrastructure with platform coins. Now we need tokens to function, you know, for the projects inside the infrastructure. Okay. A simple way to understand is utility token is to compare them to membership passes, right? Or digital coupons, basically. Imagine a streaming platform where users need a special token to unlock premium content or feature, right? For example, the subscription option that we have seen on different platforms these days. In blockchain, also, utility tokens serve a similar purpose. Okay. They allow users to interact with services, pay for functions, or, access certain basic, mm, certain mm, inside information. Okay. Pay for any of the benefits that they are looking for. For example, if I want to go to gym, I need to take the membership for it. So that particular membership I'm going to take that membership through utility tokens. Okay. This is how we can understand the money that I'll be using to pay. Uh, it will be known as utility token in the world of crypto. So if I want to get into a specific project, if I want to see any sort of live stream, if I have to use the benefits of any of the cryptocurrencies inside a project, I will have to use utility token to buy that subscription. Okay. These, tokens can be used for some activities such as paying transaction fees, right, within a platform. So, for example, if I'm doing transaction of, digital cash payment through the payment coins, and I want that the transaction fee that is being deducted should not be deducted from the value of that particular coin or cryptocurrency that I'm transferring. So I can use the utility coins to transfer that. Okay. Accessing different tools that are there on the platform, participating in digital communities, or using specific application built on blockchain technology. Okay. Their value, often depends on how useful or popular the associated platform is. Now, for example, we have different gyms, right? And the value, the subscription amount is going to be different for each of the gym type, depending on the type of equipments they have, on the type of popularity they have, on the types of benefits they provide, right? So similarly with token utility tokens as well, we have the similar concept that people will get to know about the value of a specific utility token that they are buying, depending on how useful they are. Okay. Now, why we are talking about these tokens and payment coin or platform coins, right? Why is it important? Why, right? So it is important to talk about it because when we are going to be on the platform, right? When we are going to look on the platform, there are going to be a lot of different type of cryptocurrencies that we'll have. Okay, so it is very important for us to understand that whichsoever cryptocurrency we are investing our money in, okay, we're going to invest our money in, they should, we should have the knowledge about what type of crypto they are, whether they are payment related crypto, payment coin crypto, whether they are platform coin crypto, whether they are utility tokens, so that we know that how we can study about them, we can know about their value to gain the best of the result and best of the profit. Okay. Okay, perfect. Hmm. So, just like the mobile application, different apps have different purposes. Some are for chatting, some are for shopping, some are for entertainment. Cryptocurrencies also have different type of use, and to get into the world of exchange, we have to make sure that you know, we understand which basic type they fall into so that we can understand and gain clarity whether we should be investing in them or not. Okay. So we have a few of the users who have joined us just now. Welcome. Today we are talking about how we can learn about cryptocurrencies from a beginner level without any prior knowledge so that we can start our trade starting tomorrow in the best way possible. Okay. Let's move on to our next set of segment. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Next segment is crypto exchange. Okay. We have talked about money, right? We have talked about money. Now we have talked about cryptocurrencies. We have talked about blockchains. We have now talked about the types of cryptocurrencies that exchange in the market, that are available in the market. Now, the exchange of these two is going to happen, and we are going to talk about that crypto exchange. Okay. Uh, Now, a very practical question arises. How do people access cryptocurrencies? Okay. Since there is no bank involvement, right? So how do people exchange, have access to cryptocurrencies. People use different platforms to exchange cryptocurrencies, right? To buy it, to exchange it, to use it, to sell it, to trade it, for all of it. Okay. So the current platform that I am personally using is Zbit Official. Okay, zbit.com official. That is one of the most trusted platforms that we can use today to ensure that we have the best of the security available with us, and the best of the transparency available with us, and the best of the speed available with us to exchange and trade our cryptocurrencies. Okay. So a crypto exchange is a digital platform, basically. Okay. Where users can view the prices, explore different cryptocurrencies, and participate in buying or selling activities. This is Zbit, the platform is all about. Okay. It is a platform, uh, where digital platform, basically an application as well as a browser version, where users can view the prices of different cryptocurrencies that are available in the market, and explore different cryptocurrencies. Okay. And participate in buying and selling activities of all these cryptocurrencies. Okay. Think of it like an online marketplace. For example, you go to a shopping mall. Okay. You see different stores that are there. Okay. Different stores are there, different brands are there. Similarly, Zbit is also an online market platform. Okay. Marketplace, where instead of buying clothes or products, you can access digital coins or digital cryptocurrencies. Okay. Basically digital asset, we call them digital asset. So digital asset is available on these platform on Zbit. All the type of cryptocurrencies that are available in the market are available on Zbit. So it is a marketplace for digital assets. Okay. So in case if someone ever comes down to you and says, let's talk about digital asset. Okay. You do not have to be very confused, or you can completely understand the concept that digital asset, when someone talks about digital asset, they are talking about cryptocurrencies. Okay. So I hope you all are able to grasp and learn about what you know these platforms are all about. Cryptocurrency is all about what type of cryptocurrencies are there in the market, and what mm, you know what all things that we need to keep in mind while talking about cryptocurrencies. The basically is being clear to you in case you are a newcomer in the market and on the platform itself. Okay, perfect. Beginners usually, start by simply exploring the platform and observing how markets work, which we also are going to do in this, 5 days timeline, where we are also going to observe the market. We are also going to explore on how, the platform works, how the prices of different cryptocurrencies changes within seconds. Okay, how it changes within seconds, how it uh, you know it it matters when we have to put in our money, when we have to buy, when we have to sell. So it all matters. Okay. So the best way to learn about any of the platform is, through exploring and observing a little, and by starting with, testing it a little too. Okay. Now, when we talk about Zbit, so Zbit is a cryptocurrency trading platform, crypto exchange platform, basically, marketplace, as we talked about, designed to help users buy, sell, trade, and explore digital currencies in a simpler and beginner friendly environment. So if you are someone who is new, it is very, very easy to use this platform. We'll talk about it, we'll go through, we'll do an overview and everything. So Zbit is very, very easy to use. When you will get into the application, you will be able to notice how easy it is to use it. Okay, it is very, very friendly. It aims into making cryptocurrencies accessible, okay, accessible to everyone, even for people like you and us who are completely new, to the world of the crypto, by providing an easy, very, very easy interface and global access and educational support. For example, for now, you can see we are doing this live session for you, right? And you are able to grasp a lot of knowledge. When you get directly into the platform, you can directly access the live, right? You can see, you can hear, you can, serve the rest of the application also. And all the rest of the things are very, very easily available on the platform. So yes. So according to the officials, outside, this Zbit is the next generation crypto trading platform focused on delivering secure, efficient, and user-friendly digital access to trading services. Okay. So, in case you want a platform which you can trust blindly with your closed eyes, this is the platform, and this is the best platform where you can make it very, very easy for yourself to get into the world of cryptocurrencies with a minimal amount too. Okay. Perfect. I hope there are no doubts in the till for the section till the time we have talked about. In case you have any sort of doubts, any questions, or any confusion, you guys can just drop in your comments. Or if you have any sort of knowledge, if you have any questions outside of this session or outside of this, or if you want us to cover anything specific, you can tell us that also, so that when we come up with our next session, we come up with something that you guys want and something that is useful and something that you guys are looking for on the platform. Okay. In the meantime, I have a question that what is the one best thing that you love about the Zbit platform? Okay. The one thing that I love about the Zbit platform is um, you know, the option where we input our balances, right? It is so easy to add on balance. It is so quick, it is so secure, and it does not take too much of time like rest of the platforms available in the market. It takes up to 24 hours to 42 hours for rest of the applications, but for Zbit it just happens in a few minutes. So that is what something that I love, because whenever we are trading and we want to put our money in any of the cryptocurrencies, or we want to trade, right? The value of products keeps fluctuating every second or every minute. So we need a platform where the transactions happens very, very quickly, right? So Zbit is one of the platforms, and the best platforms, and the only platform where the transactions take place within a few minutes only, making me and leaving me secure so that I can use my capability and use and do the transaction at the very, very right time. So yes, in case you are a little bit doubtful about using the platform, just go for it, give it a try, because this is one of the easiest medium that you will see. Start with a small amount. There's no need to put in a very big amount. You can always start with a small amount. Just try adding on some amount to your wallet. It could be maybe, $10, $20, $50, any amount that you are comfortable with. Add it and see the speed at which the amount gets added in the wallet. It is so quick. So yes, let's move on to our next session. Okay. Um, for those of you who have joined just now, we are talking about cryptocurrencies as a beginner, no prior knowledge required. So, in case you think that you should be a pro in the world of cryptocurrency, this is the right platform for you. Welcome. Hmm. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let's do one thing now. We are going to do a quick walkthrough of the application. Okay. Perfect. Is my screen visible to you all? Can someone please quickly help me understand if my platform is visible to everybody? I have shared my screen. I guess yes. So, we are going to do a small walkthrough of the platform. 1 second. Perfect. Okay. I hope you all are able to see my screen, right? So we have this platform with us, which is known as zbit.com. You can go on zbit.com on Google, right? And you can very clearly get access to the platform. It is very, very easy for you all to log into the platform. Okay. We have our application as well. So you can download our application through your iOS, Apple Store, or Android Store, right? You can also scan the QR code that you can see right here, this one, to download the ZBit application on your iOS or Android, right? Here we are looking at the platform interface. That is, this is the browser mode. Okay. Let me just quickly make it a bit more easy for you. I hope it is visible clearly now. A little more easier. Perfect. Okay. Uh, Typically the home screen, shows the market highlights and price movements. So here we are. Here you will see the top, top cryptocurrencies that are there and what is their current movement in the market. And it also shows a lot, more in detail. In case you wanna learn more about that particular cryptocurrency, you can click on Learn More, and it will directly redirect you to the detail section of that particular cryptocurrency. So in the browser mode. So now, in the second part or second section of this particular platform, sees the trading opportunity, understand the latest market trends. So it will show you the trend of the particular cryptocurrencies that are there in the market that are listed, right? When you will click on view more here and or here maybe, so you will be able to go and check this in a vast details, right? These numbers represent how prices change over time. Green, sometimes green, when it is there green, it usually represents or indicates an upward movement, while the red indicates downward movement. Okay. Next is we have the beginner's guide as well in case you are a beginner. For the above part, we are going to talk about it tomorrow in a lot more detail. Okay. So, for here, you have the learning opportunity as well. In case you are coming down as a beginner, you do not have to worry that you do not know anything about the world of cryptocurrency. But what you can do is you can come down here, straighten, log into your account, and make sure that you come down, scroll down, come to the beginner's guide section, and go through these sections one by one. This will help you understand the basic of cryptocurrency, right, in a more detailed manner so that it's easier for you to understand the platform as well as understand how to do the trading. Okay. So it is not at all that difficult. We have a lot of other sections also in the top, which is like market. Let's click on it. When we click on the market, we'll see all the type of cryptocurrencies that are there, that are listed here on the application, right? You can see here they have so many cryptocurrencies on, they have almost 32 listed cryptocurrencies currently. And we have the spot and the features section. Okay. So in case you are coming down from USD, you want to do the transaction and you want to look at the uh, cryptocurrencies which are based out of USDT, you can click on here. And if you click on all markets, you'll see the uh, currencies which are available in all the markets, which are functional for all the markets. So there are, currencies, bitcoins, which are not at all functional in every market or every country, but some of them are, for a specific section or for a specific country. So these are those. Okay. You can see Bitcoin is over here, the details about Bitcoin. So if I'll click on Bitcoin, it will take me to a detailed chart of Bitcoin. Okay. This is known as candle chart. So, a complete detailed chart. So if I want to buy Bitcoin today, this is the value that we'll have to pay in USDT. Okay. And if I want to buy one Bitcoin, this is going to be the value. Okay. If want to buy five, this is going to be the value. So yes, one value comes down to be this. Here you will be able to see the value of one Bitcoin, that what is the current value of one Bitcoin running in the market. So when I enter one, the total amount that I'll have to pay to buy one Bitcoin is this. Okay. And here when I say 10, this is the total amount that I'll have to pay when if I'll have to buy, if I want to buy 10 Bitcoins. Okay. So, similarly, when it comes to selling, if I have one Bitcoin and I want to sell one Bitcoin, this is the value I will get since this is the current Bitcoin value in the market. Okay. If I want to sell 10, I will get this. Let's see if we can sell zero point 0.5 Bitcoin. Yes. If you want to sell half of your Bitcoin, this is the value that you will get. Okay. So, yes, we are going to talk about it a lot more in detail, right? We can see this candle chart over here, which is there. We can, if you want to expand it, all you have to do is you have to zoom it from your mouse pad and it will operate. If you want to see it for the last 15 minutes, it will show it for last 15 minutes. If you want to see for last 4 hours, 1 week, 1 month, okay, 5 minutes, 1 day, 4 hours, 60 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, right? In case if you want to do intraday trading is basically you doing trading on a regular basis. Yeah, right. You buy in the morning, you sell in the evening, basically something like that. So we have a lot of options on how we can, view our trading, the chart of every currency that we have. Okay. So yes, this is how, if you want to see in complete depth, this is how, it is available for you. So yeah, if you'll hover, we'll zoom out. If you'll hover on it, it will show you the amount, right? Perfect. Now let's get back to market. Under the market section, we can see that we have all the listed cryptocurrencies with us, right? Under the trade section, what we just saw was the uh, candle table of all the cryptocurrencies that are there in the market. So here you can see that we have all the listed currencies, right? So currently it is Bitcoin that we are seeing on the screen. If you want to see some other, let's just see Ethereum, okay? If you want to do, you can just change the currency from here. It's just a drop down. You can also see the last price change, okay, and the change percentage that is there. If I want to see Dogecoin, let's see if we have seen Dogecoin. So Dogecoin is also here, okay. You will get the entire detail of the Dogecoin on how it is going, how it is increasing, how it is slowing down. You can see in one line format, you can see the 1 minute chart, you can see 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. It is available in all formats for you and to help you study in the best way possible, right? So, some of the platforms that are available in the market do not provide you the option to look at the charts on 1 minute or 5 minute basis. This is an amazing option that is available on the platform, and one of the most, helpful option for all the traders out there, so that they can also know and understand the charts and how the coin is going on in the market, right? What if I want to see how it has done in the last 15 minutes? If I have only access to last 1 hour or 30 minutes of chart, it will be very difficult for me to understand how fluctuating the graph is. But if I have it for 1 minute, even for 1 minute, right? You can see, even for 1 minute, you can see, I can see the fluctuation over here, how fluctuating it is, whether it is going to go up, whether it is going to go down. So I can invest my money accordingly. Okay. And here we have the 5 minute notion was 5 minutes review as well. So again, if I'll zoom it in, and here we are, we can see that there is a drop in candle, there is a upward trend, and there's again an upward trend, and maybe, then again it is going to be an upward or slow trend. 1 second, let's just zoom out. Oh, we're not able to zoom out. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, we're able to now. Amazing. Great. Okay, now let's come down to rewards section. Okay, so yes, there are events that happen on a daily basis on the platform. So you can enter the lottery, okay? So you can also get a bonus, or there are lottery things where you can just draw it and you will get a chance to, you know, win something, and that will be directly added to your wallet. Okay. So, yes. Last is about us. So, in the about us section, you can know about the ZBit platform very much in details. We have all the details, our history, what we have done in 2025, 24, 23, 24, so that you have our trust built, and so that you can also know that we have a secure platform. We provide a secure platform, and then we have our regulator as well. We are FSCA certified, right? So certification when it comes to any of the platform is very, very important. Any of the financial platform is very important, and we are FSCA certified, Financial Sector Conduct Authority. So yes, you can also Google it and check our reliability on the on the internet. And yes, we are a verified platform, and it is secure for you to make your transactions with us without any doubt. Okay. Our vision, our mission, our values. See, the security comes first for us as well, right? We are a committed platform trying to provide you the safe and dependable platform for cryptocurrency trading, right, within the regulatory framework. So security comes, first for us. Innovation, we keep innovating the platform so that it's easier and easier for you to use it. Simplicity also. Customer centricity is also one of the main points that we have. Now let's come down to see what all other options that we have as a user. Okay. So as a user, we have one of the section here where we are able to see the total balance. So I have my 1000 USD balance added here so that we can do the transaction tomorrow. So when tomorrow you will come back to this live, make sure that you also have some of the balance added in your wallet so that you can do the transaction with me alongside and we can learn together. Okay. Uh, if I want to deposit more, I'll have to click here to deposit. And then if I want to withdraw it, I have to click here to withdraw it. If I want to transfer my balance, I can do that as well. If I want to transfer it to any of my friend, I can just do it in few seconds. Okay. Um, yes, here it is. When you click on that particular, it will show you complete detail. Okay. Next is notification center, right? So when you'll turn on your notification for any of the specific cryptocurrency on what is their, growth value, up, down movement or XYZ, you will know it from here. Okay. So you will get the notification here about that. So that is very, very helpful. For example, if you are not able to check, check the growth of the platform on a continuous basis, you can just turn on the notification. So whenever you come back on the application, you can just read the details and short, synopsis on what happened while you were away through those notification, whether the cryptocurrency has shown some growth or they have dropped, you will know it just with the simple notification. So here they have the options of, changing the languages. If I want Hindi, I can switch it to Hindi. Everything will turn into Hindi. So we are going to keep it English so that it is universal and understandable for everybody. Next, we have the application details where we have account setting, identification, verification, which is very, very important for you to start trading with us. We also want to understand and know that you are a legitimate user and you have a verified government ID so that it is safe, it is a safer platform for everybody. We do not allow anyone who has not done identity verification on the platform to trade with us, so that it's safer for you as well as for other users who will be coming and joining in us future. Then comes the wallet again. Then the order section comes up. Order section is when you buy any of the cryptocurrencies. So any of the transaction that you will be making, any of the transactions will come down here. You will not be able to make of any of the edits like we talked about in blockchain, right? All the transactions were, you know, registered and mm, talked in it. All the transactions were registered and they are not editable, they are logged. So same thing happens here also. In the order section you will be able to see all your transactions that you have done, and you will not be able to edit those past transactions. It will just be a record for you. Okay. Reward center again. Reward center is the same that we can enter the lottery system or other games that are available on a regular basis. So to see if we win some, goodies or some any sort of rewards, any sort of cash prize, any sort of gifts, any of the currencies in value. So yes, so make sure that whenever you are coming down on the application, you are coming down to the reward section and trying your luck. Okay. So this was all about the platform. We are going to talk a lot more about in detail for the platform tomorrow. But before that, it is very, very important for you all to have some balance in your wallet to make sure that you are also able to test and try the platform with me tomorrow. But before that, let's just now move on to our next section, right? Which is going to be about beginners. Okay. Hmm. So, how beginners start, right? So we are next going to talk about how beginners start. So we have a lot of new people who have joined us just now. Hi guys, welcome to the beginners live session on the ZBit official live. I am Mehak, your host, and I'm going to be here for next 5 days, coming down daily to help you understand about what cryptocurrency is and to help you become a pro in doing the trading on a regular basis. Okay. So, today we have talked a lot about how the evolution of coins and currencies happened, how cryptocurrencies came into existence, which was the first cryptocurrency, which was, introduced and is the most famous one, and how blockchains work, what blockchain is, how the world of cryptocurrency work, why blockchain is important, and we have also talked about the Zbit platform. Okay. So now let's just move down to the next segment that we have. How beginners, start. So when someone begins learning crypto, the first step is understanding and not at all rushing. So for example, if we will talk about today's live session, what we could have done also, the so we could have also started, just with the trading, right? Just with doing the transaction, buying the coins and selling the coins, which would have been very immature step, right? Which would have been very wrong step, considering that the basic understanding of the platform of the things we are going to trade with was lacking. Okay, it is important for everyone to learn about the basic things so that they have a basic foundation and knowledge about what they are getting into, what they are investing into, what they'll be putting their money into, right? Without any knowledge, you should not, put your money into. Do not rush. Just understand it first, and then you can move on to the next step, which is trading and which is investing. Okay. So, the main goal behind today's live session and this first live session is to make you help understand the basic terms, the basics of cryptocurrencies, the basic understanding, and not rushing into anything. So, yes, many beginners spend time observing markets. Okay, learning terminologies and understanding how platform work before taking big decision, right? We have also learned about the basic how the coins have evolved and why is it important for us to invest in cryptocurrency and why is it important for us to learn about cryptocurrency, right? If we would have not learned about it, we would have not talked about it, we would have not understood why people should invest in cryptocurrency, we would probably not be, having the interest also to invest into it, right? So now that you know that the currency is evolving with time and it has evolved from barter system to UPI to digital mode, and now that the next evolution system is cryptocurrency. So it is important to learn, specific market observations, specific terminologies, and understanding how the process completely works. So if you understand how the process completely works, it will be easier for you only to invest into it and get into it, right? You will know which is the oldest existing cryptocurrency in the market. You will know which cryptocurrency belongs to which type of cryptocurrency, whether it is a payment coin, whether it is a platform coin, or whether it is a utility coin. So it is important for you to understand so that you also invest in the same market you have the knowledge about. So whenever you are going to invest into any specific cryptocurrency, also have the basic knowledge about its market, about which type of cryptocurrency it is, which market it get affected from, which market it itself affects, and which market it is majorly related to. For example, if any of the currency is relating to a specific market, you should have the knowledge of specific market, at least a beginner knowledge, so that you know whether investing into it is going to be a good idea or a bad idea. Okay, so uh, investing your time in observing the markets, in learning new terminologies and understanding how platforms work before taking any big decision is very, very, very important. Okay. Okay. Learning gradually, helps build confidence and reduces your confusion. That is, for example, in today's session, when we were talking about a lot of things, right? So it did help us gain some knowledge. It will help you gain some confidence whenever the next time you will talk to someone about cryptocurrency. So you will not go blank whether you know about cryptocurrency or not. You will not go blank about whether you have zero idea what digital asset is. So in case anyone is going to come down to you in future and talk about if you know about digital asset, you will say yes, you know about digital asset because you have invested your time today in this live session in understanding what digital asset is all about. Okay. So if someone talks about blockchain in front of you, so you will not go blank because you have invested your energy, your time, and your observation in today's session. So, yes, we have a lot of new people joining us again. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the live session of ZBit Official Live. Today, we are doing learning from the beginner, no prior knowledge required, so that we can end up going out as a pro, sorry, as a pro after this live session, for which is going to last for 5 consecutive days. So yes, we have talked a lot about a lot of things. So there was one question which I've asked in the mid of the session, and I would like to ask again from the people who have just joined us, that how long have you been in the world of trading? There are people who have been into it from 3 months. I have also been into it from a few months. So, how long have you been into the world of trading, and how long you think your journey has been for? Has it been like for a few days, for a few months, for a few years? How long? Hi, everyone. Hi. Hello. 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 Let's see. You can drop in your number or timeline in the comment section below. Just tell us how long have you been into the world of cryptocurrency and how long you have been into this world of trading. Do you have some good tips about our users who are viewing this live, or maybe for the new users who are going to come up, and something for us to add on to the upcoming live sessions that you would like to know about? Okay, let's see. Perfect. So day one is about awareness and not trading exactly. Day one was all about knowing about the platform, knowing about you know uh, how cryptocurrency actually works, how cryptocurrency is important in the market, what value does it hold in the upcoming future, why one should learn about it, and one should invest into cryptocurrency. Okay. So let's talk about a few more things on uh, how people actually, discover cryptocurrency. So there are a lot of people, there is a very vast percentage who do not even know about cryptocurrency. So there are a lot of even people who are literate enough or people who are who have good knowledge or things about that, they are also, not aware of the world of cryptocurrencies. Maybe they know about blockchains a little, but when you will ask them in detail about cryptocurrency or how they discovered about cryptocurrencies, they might go blank. I myself have had conversation with a lot of people at times wherein they have went blank when people ask them about cryptocurrencies, or I asked them about how they have discovered cryptocurrencies, right? So many people, first hear about cryptocurrency through news or through headlines. Bitcoin came into existence and into the knowledge of people after it made its headline in the newspaper, right? In the news or newspaper, and people were going crazy and hovering around what Bitcoin is, how it is working, how it is useful for people, how one can get benefits from it and whatnot. So one of the major the headlines and social media conversation, social media post, or virality is how people hear about cryptocurrency, right? Sometimes prices are rising quickly also, and suddenly everyone starts talking about, bitcoins, digital assets, and whatnot. During the time of the lockdown, also when the COVID was at its peak, there was one Ethereum and Dogecoin was very much in trend. That was because of the talks, and the price is rising quickly. That was one of the major reasons when people got into crypto a lot, right? So, so the conversations and the news, which we hear, and the social media that is a very powerful tool today, makes people come across cryptocurrency in real life. Okay, for beginners also, this create curiosity, right? I mean, how, but also confusion. There's a lot of curiosity, but it comes with a lot of confusion because information online can also be overwhelming at times. Okay. So, the information that is there online can be very, very overwhelming because the information is not always accurate. The information is available in short notes maybe, or short details, wherein people cannot grasp it in the correct detailed way possible. Okay. So that is why it becomes overwhelming because every other platform provides you with any new information or an information which is not that correct, or maybe not what you should actually be grasping. Okay. Usually the learning journey, happens in stages. Whenever someone hears about crypto, it happens in different stages. People hear about crypto and, then do some research, and then they start watching videos, or they start learning about the platform. They start talking to people who are already in this market, and you know then they read articles, or maybe they try to do some research. They go on to different platforms, and then they try to use the platform with the half knowledge that they have gained. Okay. Then next comes the explanation, opening a platform and just looking at it, trying to understand how things work on the platform. So that is also one of the way things can work on the platform. Okay. Uh, this is, not the exact stage at which everybody might move, right? But this is kind of a common stage that people follow. Sometimes people follow the research stage as well, which is quite, harmful, because half knowledge is always harmful. Research is a very, very important factor when it comes to cryptos, because understanding the market is a major, major rule. You should know about the market when you're investing your money in, and you should know what you are putting yourself into, right? So yes, there are a few of the things that are commonly and majorly taken into consideration when we say, how did you hear about crypto? Okay. Now, let's move on to the Q&A section. Okay. So in case you guys have any, questions, you can just drop it in the comment sections. We are going to do a Q&A session. I am also going to put in a few of the questions from my end, related to the crypto and the platform. So in case you have some questions from your end, please feel free to put them down. Let's just wait for 2 minutes so that we can see whether we have questions from some of you. Perfect. Let's just start with the Q&A section. Um, One common question that comes in picture is beginners ask whether they need a large amount of money to begin learning. Okay. The answer to this question is no. Learning starts with understanding, okay, and not investment size. So, whenever you are in your learning stage, make sure that you have understood the basic, criterias, the basic understanding, the basic things, the basic knowledge, the basic market value about what you are investing in, what you are getting into, what is your goal, uh, what you feel will get you into the profit section, because there is no specific when it comes to investment. Okay, you can start with a minimal amount as well, you can start with a lot of amount as well, right? But you know there is no specific requirement that you need a very, very big amount to start with your investment journey. Okay. Okay. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings beginners have to cryptocurrency, that a large amount is required or things like that. When we saw, when we were doing a trial of the platform, we saw that Bitcoin, we were able to sell Bitcoin half portion as well, 0.5 portion, which is half portion as well. So it is not necessary that you can buy Bitcoin only when you have its full value. No, it's not like that. You can buy it even if you have it 0.001 or 0. You know, 1 or 10% of its value as well. So it is not important for you to have, uh, you know, a big amount to buy one Bitcoin. You can buy it in a smaller portions as well, right? So, in reality, learning has nothing to do with investment size, basically. Okay. This first step in crypto is always understanding, not investing. You have to invest. You can start with a minimal amount, right? And you can learn by investing in the small amounts and learning the charts, learning the currencies, learning about how they fluctuate, how they, be in the market, what is their value, how they're growing, how they're dropping. Everything needs to be understood very clearly before you get into and think about the large investment amounts that you want to put in. Okay. Think about learning driving. Okay. You don't immediately drive on a highway, right, on the first day. As simple as that. So, first you understand controls, right? Then practice slowly, gradually in an empty space, and only later gain confidence, right? When you practice, then you slowly and steadily start moving to the areas where there are more cars, right? So while it's similar to learning driving, so crypto learning follows the same idea. Okay, you start slowly, 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 and when you gain confidence, you get into it. Okay, many people start simply, okay, by observing markets and understanding price movements, learning platform features, educating yourself always comes before participating. Again and again is what I'm saying. Educating yourself comes again and again. Because I am also doing the same thing today with you all, that I'm trying to educate you all on what exactly, is required, and what, you know, why is it important to understand basic. If you do not know the basic, then it is very difficult for you to understand, the higher level. You cannot skip it, right? While learning driving also, you'll have to learn what the controls do. Okay, then only you will be able to use them. If you do not know what the handbrake does, what does the steering does, what's the role of it, then probably it will be very difficult for you to learn the driving, right? It will take you more time to learn driving, more time to gain confidence in driving. So, similar to it, it is in the world of crypto. If you do not understand the basic, if you do not understand why you want to invest, if you do not have a mindset on why you want to invest, you will not be able to invest and, take it to a, good level, right? So, education comes before, always, before the participation. So, this is a myth that you need a big amount to do investment in cryptocurrency. There is no such thing like that. Okay. Perfect. Moving on to the next question that we have. Is cryptocurrency complicated? Okay. From what we have learned today, I guess it should not sound complicated anymore to a lot of you who were there and part of this session from the very beginning, right? Um, at first, every new subject feels complicated, right? Uh, in our school, maths must have, felt complicated, but when we start doing it, when we start learning about it, it gradually goes, and when we start understanding it from the very layman front, it becomes easy, right? Any new subject feels complex because we are, hearing new words, new ideas, new concepts, new keywords. But once all those concepts are explained to us in very detail, in a simpler manner, and step by step, things starts making sense naturally, right? So earlier when we were talking about cryptocurrency, right? And then we were talking about blockchains. We talked about blockchains, but when we broke the word block and chains and then talked about it, then we understood its value on, oh, why it is called blockchain, right? So this is how we do it step by step, and that is how the understanding becomes more clearer to us. Um on why it is not that complex, how complex it sounds, right? While understanding about it, we understood that technology has nothing to do with cryptocurrency, right? It has to do with cryptocurrency on the back end front, but for us who are investors who want to invest in the cryptocurrency, we do not need to be technical people, or we do not need to have technical background to understand it, right? We understood that while having a thorough understanding of all the concepts that we have talked about today. So think about smartphones. Okay, that is the best example I can bring into the picture. The first time someone used a smartphone, it felt confusing. Okay, when we can also take an example of using MacBook. Okay, those of you who use Windows, a Windows laptop, thinking about using a MacBook might, sound complex to you. It might come complex to you. How are we going to use MacBook? Or maybe if you're a MacBook user from the very beginning, from the very starting, you might think about how you're going to use Windows. So that first time indication is always there. How? Why? How are we going to use it? It is so confusing. Oh my God, how can we do it, right? Today, even children and older generation use them, comfortably because familiarity develops over time. So when you keeps using it over and over and over again and again, from time to time, you gradually develop a familiarity wherein you understand that yes, now I'm able to use it. I know how this function works. I know how that particular function works. The same same is in the world of cryptocurrency as well. That it is not as complex as it sounds. If you know the basics, if you understand the ground level basic, it will be very, very easy for you to understand all the concepts that keeps coming in. Okay. Crypto is not, about being a technology expert. It is about learning gradually, basically, right? So today I am also able to give you this much of knowledge about cryptocurrency because I have also learned over time. I haven't been into the world of cryptocurrency from, years or years, but yes, I have gradually started and I have used the platform ZBit Official. So it is becoming very, very easier for me using this platform that I'm able to grasp so much of knowledge about cryptocurrency. So yes, it cryptocurrency is not at all complicated. Perfect. Coming down to our next question. Why do crypto prices change so often? Hmm. Okay, interesting question. Okay. So, while we were displaying, I was displaying the platform, you must have seen that there was 1 minute line chart, display. There was 5 minute line chart display, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. So it is there because cryptocurrency actually fluctuates on seconds basis. Okay. Many beginners notice that, cryptocurrency prices move frequently and sometimes very, very quickly. Um, this, often creates confusion as well, whether it is stable, whether it is fine to invest, whether, one should invest or not, or. So crypto operates globally. Okay. Unlike the traditional markets that close at a specific hours, depending on the place they are situated at, right? So crypto gradually operates globally. One particular crypto coin operates globally, not just in one sector, but globally around the world. Okay. So uh, it is not like there is a specific concept that the crypto market will work only from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., which is with a lot of other markets in the world. But this is not how, crypto world works. It works 24 into 7. Okay. So crypto markets run 24 hours a day across different countries and different time zones. So, while you are sleeping in your country, somebody else is awake in theirs, right? So that makes a huge difference. While the demand and supply factors are also very much into picture because crypto never sleeps. The simplest answer to this is crypto never sleeps. So it depends on the on the demand and supply, depending globally, not just to any specific country, right? So it is difficult for crypto to not operate and not fluctuate on such high rates as compared to other, uh, you know, Sensex or anything that we have in the world out there. Prices change because buyers and sellers around the world continuously interact, right? So, as I said, demand and supply. So, demand and supply keeps on changing as while you are sleeping in your country, The demand and supply exchange, the buying and selling process is going on in another country between the buyers and sellers, right? So it is important, you know, for them also to work, right? It is important. While they are sleeping, your country is awake and your country is making those changes. So that is one of the major reasons that the prices rise and fall, completely depending on the demand and supply and the transaction and interaction between the buyers and sellers continuously, sorry, globally. Okay. When more people want to sell, the prices may fall. Okay. When the more people are trying to sell the particular cryptocurrency, the prices will start falling down. Okay. To stop them basically from selling the crypto. Okay. When more people are looking into to buy it, the prices will rise. Okay. When the prices rise, people start selling to gain profits, right? And that is when the prices rise high above, so that the other people who are trying to invest will invest into it, thinking that the prices will go up. But that completely depends on a lot of market factors that are also there. Okay. It's similar to demand and supply in every market. If many people suddenly want the product, the price increases. If many people suddenly, do not even look at the product, the price drops. Price movement is natural part of market. It is not at all something that is unusual. Okay. So there is nothing to worry about. There is nothing to think too much about because it is something usual that happens. It happens with the prices of vegetables and fruits as well that we consume on a regular basis. So this is cryptocurrency, your digital cash. It is very common for it to happen with them as well. Okay. So I guess I have answered three of the major, question. I have a few more, which I have very recently received. So let's just get on to them also. Okay. Can beginners participate safely into the world of cryptocurrency? Another important question for beginners that the beginners ask is whether they can participate safely into cryptocurrency or not. So, safety begins with education. Okay. Safety is not something that you can just guarantee. Okay. For the platform related safety, it depends on the platform people, right? The platform owners and the account holder as well. On the Zbit platform, we saw that there was a identity verification, right? It is important for you to do your identity verification to make sure that you are safe, right? You are a safe individual and eligible individual to do your transaction. But not everybody will, do that. So there should be safety on the platform, uh, but there should be safety from your personal end as well. So safety begins with education. What if you were not aware that you have to do the identity verification, right? And you would have tried to do the trade, but you would have not been able to do the trading. Why? Because your identification, a very important step, would have been missed. So, how will you know about that step? When you will try to get the education about the platform, right? So, education is very important when it comes to safety. Okay. Understanding how platforms work and learning basic concepts, what we are doing today, right? Understanding how, what all things are there on the platform, what are the basic things that we should know that are there on the platform, and understanding the basic concept, all the concept that we have talked about, crypto, blockchains, types of coins, and type of cryptos that are there. So that is how, we get the education of it. And taking time before making decision, really helps reducing the confusion and mistakes, definitely. The easiest approach is gradual learning. Okay. So whenever you put or invest in any of the platform, it is very important for you to start with a slow amount so that you can, understand and then invest, increase your amount from time to time gradually. so that you are observing first, understanding first, and then acting comfortable, when you know, when you have gained the confidence. Yes. The safest approach is gradual learning. From what I have been repeating from the start of the session, gradual learning, 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 learning. So, the safest option to be on any of the crypto platforms or crypto exchanges is gradual learning, observing first, understanding second, and then acting when you are comfortable and confident. So, yes, responsible learning always matters. And uh, it matters more than speed, and it should come from you. Okay. So, yes, safety is in your own hands. Perfect. Okay. Let's come down to the next question. Is crypto the same as stocks? Okay, this is an important question. Hmm. We are going to talk, about this in a little detail to understand the difference between the two. Okay. Okay, perfect. So we have a lot of new people who has joined us a few minutes back. So we are doing a live session today for all the beginners and no prior knowledge required. So in case you are a beginner, make sure that you watch this live from the very starting and join us tomorrow again so that we can do some trading together. Okay. Um, so one of the important question is cryptocurrency the same as stocks? Okay. This is very common question for beginners, which they ask whether crypto is same as stocks or not. The short answer is no. Cryptocurrency and stocks are not at all the same. Even though both involve market where prices go up and down, but they are not the same. Okay. Now let's go into detail on understanding what stocks actually are. Okay. Uh, Stocks represent ownership in a company. Okay. So, what our cryptocurrency was, our cryptocurrency was a digital cash, basically. Okay. But stocks are the ownership in a company. Okay. When someone buys a stock, they are essentially purchasing a small portion of a business. So companies release their stocks, okay? Companies release their small percentages in the form of stocks, which you can buy. So you will be gradually the owner of the percentage you have brought of that particular company, the number of stocks that you have brought, okay? Uh, they are essentially purchasing a very small portion of the business, right? It is very usually very small portion of the business that people are purchasing. It can never be too much or a lot. For example, if a person buys shares of a company, okay, they become a potential owner of that company, right? But not fully, not in the estimate that they'll be part of the board of directors or anything, but they buy a small share that they can be the partial owner of the company. If the company makes plans to sell out in future, the particular profit will also be shared with that particular um, stockholder too. Okay. The value of a stock usually depends on um, how well the company performs. Okay. So, usually, whenever you look at the stocks, it will be of big running companies in the market and not of the very small companies. It is not easy to get stocks that easily out in the market because there are a lot of big buyers sitting in the market. So, it is not at all easy to get a lot of stocks because might end up that people might end up buying higher stocks, which will make them lead, a higher percentage of the company, leave them with a higher percentage of the company. So whenever you see stocks being there, stocks are of all the, multinational or grown up companies in the market, very well established companies in the market. Okay. The value of a stock usually depends on how well the company performs, its growth, profit, management decisions, and overall business success. Okay. Whenever there are stocks, there are a lot of factors that, affects its value in the market. So, if a company is doing good, the stocks rates will go high because obviously the profit of the company will be higher and the value of the company will be higher. So the per stock rate will always go up. Okay. For example, companies like Reliance, Tata, Birla, and all these companies, right? So they usually, their stocks usually keeps growing because these are very well established companies in the market which have their, businesses multiple sectors of the country, right? So right. So that is how, it depends completely on the profit, on how the company is performing, how the management is, who is the management, who all are the part of management. So all these things affects the pricing of stocks a lot. Okay. If a company grows, right, earns more revenue and expands successfully, investors may feel confident. Okay. Investors will feel very much confident into investing, right? And the stocks prices will also increase. Okay. So it is completely proportional to the growth of the company and the revenue of the company that the company makes. Okay. If the company struggles, the stock prices will fall down, which is not the case in the cryptocurrency category. It operates completely differently. But here, this in the stocks category, it depends completely on the performance of the company and the revenue of the specific company of which you have bought the uh, stocks of. Okay. And what is cryptocurrency then? Cryptocurrency is different because it does not represent the ownership of any specific company. Okay. Instead, it reflects digital asset that operates on blockchain technology, a decentralized networking system that we have talked about already. In case you have missed what blockchain is, please go and watch this live once again. And once you understand, do drop a comment in the comment section so that we are also motivated to come back tomorrow and give you more details, session on what our live is all about and what our platform is all about. Hmm. When someone owns a cryptocurrency, right, they are not owning any part of the business, any because anyone's business is not involved. They are holding a digital asset whose value is influenced by technology adoption, market demand, and network usage. Okay. Some cryptocurrencies help transfers value digitally, while others support blockchain platforms or digital application. There is a lot of market difference as well between the two. How the markets operate, right? In stocks, we trade during specific hours. Stocks does not operate 24 into 7 because obviously the companies do not operate 24 into 7. Stocks have a specific timeline, opening and closing timeline every day. Okay. It it does operates 365 days, but it does not operate 24 hours. Okay. So they have a specific timeline, which is 9:30 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. if I'm not wrong. So this is the specific timeline that the stocks follow. It is not operational 24 hours a day. Yeah, but sorry. Let me correct myself. It is also closed on weekends or holidays. Okay, stock market is closed on weekends on holidays, considering that the employees will not be available and the companies are also closed and not functional on weekends and public holidays. So yeah, where while it comes to cryptocurrencies, they operate 24 into 7, right? Available globally, no closing time, and they also do not have any holiday. Okay. Unlike stocks, they have closing on weekends and public holidays. For cryptocurrencies, there are no holidays, 365 days to and 24 hours. So it is basically 24 into 7 operating. Okay. Uh, Crypto markets never sleeps. Okay. Price can change anytime based on global activities completely. But yes, it is a market that never sleeps. That never sleeps. Um, for when it comes to the price influencing, so how are the prices are influenced, right? For stocks, stocks are influenced by companies' earnings. Okay, the earnings of the company, the revenue that the company is making, business performance, how the business is performing, whether it is a demand in the market, whether it is something that is trendy, whether it is something that the people want, and whether it is something that is fulfilling the needs of the people. Next is economic conditions. Economic conditions matter a lot when it comes to stocks because they are companies that are directly related to the economy of the any country they are working for or the country they are operating in. Last but not the least, industrial growth. Of course, that is directly proportional to demand. How much soever is the demand is directly related to how the stocks will perform, or how the company will last, and how their performance or revenue will be affected in the coming future. For cryptocurrency, they are influenced by global demand and supply. Whether people want to buy that particular cryptocurrency or not is what it is not affected by the demand and supply of any specific product or anything, right? Uh, just give me 1 second. Right. Okay. Yeah. Um, Technological developments are also there, whether there is a new technological development in the market, in the world of cryptocurrencies that is affecting the value of the cryptocurrency that is there, right? A lot of new utility coins are there. If they're coming up, they directly affect the pricing. Adaption, and usage. So the uses of these cryptocurrencies on how people are using, how much of these currencies are being used or bought, that also, reflects a lot, and that also uh, makes a huge impact on the pricing of cryptocurrencies. Overall market sentiment. So since it performs and works globally, the overall market sentiment ma- it plays a major role because the markets are working 24 into 7. The buyers, the sellers are from different corners of the world, and there is no specific time zone that it will be working in. So yes, it does, the overall sentiment of the market does impact the pricing of cryptocurrency. A very simple way to understand the difference between stock and cryptocurrency is stocks are owning a small piece of the company, cryptocurrency are owning a digital asset connected to a specific technological network. Okay. Both stocks and cryptocurrencies involve risk, right? Because the prices can move up and down anytime. Okay. But however, cryptocurrency markets are generally considered more volatile because they are newer, right? So they are very much new as compared to stocks and operate globally without fixed trading hours. So since stocks have fixed trading hours, they are less volatile, but cryptocurrencies are quite volatile, but it is something that ends up always giving you more profits. Okay. So when it comes to profitability, cryptocurrencies are the best option. But when it comes to less stability, it is stocks that you should prefer. But again, n- the education and understanding are especially important for beginners entering or trying to explore the cryptocurrency world because it is the it is one of the major and important things that one should follow upon, right? So these were some of the major questions that come into picture and people ask, and that people have asked from me, that I wanted to clarify with you all as well. Now, coming down to the next segment, beginner's mistake. Okay. Some common beginner mistakes include rushing without understanding. We have talked about it so many times, and we are going to talk about it one last time as well. So, rushing without understanding, following random online influencers, random people who are, you know, uh, new to the world, who are, mm, you know, not certified trainers or certified traders, or who have not been into the world of trading from a very long time. So there are a lot of videos circulating in the, on social media, on social platforms, where people make videos just with the half knowledge and small portions of the trading details. But what beginners need to do is they need to do their own research, read articles, read about the companies, read about cryptocurrency, read about their trends from time to time. Do not just follow any one specific influencer or one specific person blindly. Just make sure that I'm sorry. Just make sure that whenever you are getting into the world of crypto, you have the full knowledge and you are completely not depending on a second person or a third person to help you put your money into something. Okay. You should always be confident. You should always have the basic understanding of what you are getting into and what you are putting your money in. Okay. So, patience and learning are always more and more valuable than speeding up. Okay. So I hope today's session was useful and knowledgeable for a lot of you, because we have talked so much about all the things that are basic and all the things that are required when it comes to understanding the world of cryptocurrency. Um, Today we started from the very beginning, understanding the money evolution, cryptocurrency basics, blockchain concepts, Bitcoin and its history, and who basically created Bitcoin, how platforms help user explore digital assets, right? So, this was all that we have talked about today, and we have also done an overview of the ZBit platform, where we talked about how the platform works, what all things do we have, how easy it is to, add a balance into our wallet, and how we can make sure that we uh, we are quick and we can do the trading real time without making any delays. So yes, in case you have any sort of questions from today's session, feel free to drop in your question in the comment section. And we are going to come back tomorrow as well, right? Tomorrow we will explore something very, very interesting, that why crypto prices move and how markets actually behave. We'll do the transactions and trading real time. So when you come back tomorrow, just make sure that you have your um, wallets filled with some amount, a little amount, only a little amount would also do, for you to put in and check the speed and check how quickly the transactions work, how you should also try it on your own on different cryptocurrencies that we are going to try tomorrow, so that we can try it together and we can also uh, you know um, enjoy the process all along, right? And you can, and it is easier for you to learn. It is always, it is easy to learn it while watching someone do it, but it is easier when you do it yourself. So yes, a lot of questions also arises, a lot of questions comes up. So let's do it tomorrow. Let's do the trading part tomorrow together. And yes, come back tomorrow. We'll be doing a new session on why crypto prices move and how markets actually behave. And thank you for being a part of day one. Continue learning step by step. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next session tomorrow. Make sure that if you are stepping into the world of cryptocurrency, you have the basic, knowledge, you have the basic understanding, you understand the concepts well, you have, you understand the basic of all the, you know, all of the keywords understood basically, so that whenever someone talks about what digital assets are, you do not go blank. And I hope today's session might have helped you out in making sure that, you know, how the evolution of coin has taken place in the market, and why is it important, and how cryptocurrency is going to be a major asset in the upcoming timeline. So yeah, thank you everyone, thank you for being, and let's meet up tomorrow again. I hope this session was very much informative for a lot of you. We'll meet again tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow again with a lot more new things to do, and we are going to do trading tomorrow together. So make sure that you add balance to your wallet, sign up to your Zbit accounts, and make sure that you have logged in, do your identity verification so that you can also trade with me together tomorrow. See you all tomorrow, and take care till then. Bye bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being a part of day one. I hope it was informative.